What up, y'all? Nice cold day. As you can see, it was snowing last night. Snow on the ground, but it's not too bad. Not too bad of freezing where I can't walk in for the vibe, the mask, you know what I'm saying? For my 21 subscribers, appreciate y'all. But let's keep building and letting people know what the vibes out here. You know what I mean? Let people know about the channel. It's all love, you know what I mean? Entertainment for your soul, baby. But I have a download, man. Came to me last night. So I had to write on the list real quick. And I'm like, yo, the weather's nice like this, it's not too cold, you know? We're gonna build on it. And whenever we can, it'll be the next build. But we out here today. Snow seas last night, and it's not too much on the ground, not too cold. But I'm like, it's all spiritual, you know? And here in the physical, we don't think about the spiritual world at home. But the matrix is designed that way so you don't think about what's important. You don't think about energy, where it comes from. You just know you're here and you're living and that's it. But that's the matrix construct. But if you can listen, you can hear, and your vibration gonna vibrate at a certain level. You know? And it's crazy how we don't talk about that spiritual shit. But listen, we got the Bible that tells us stories and give us an idea of the creation story. But the Bible is an allegory. His story is written in a story format. You know, so it's actually the story of some beings surviving in a vast essence of life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Bible is. But most of it was in the spiritual essence of things. And if you want to call it real earth, then that would be Lemuria at one point. Before Earth fell in this frequency, it fell to this physical form, it was called Lemuria, right? So when it fell, it became Earth. So when it fell, it became Earth, and here we are. How many millennia now? Because time don't exist. But in this essence, the physical form, once it fell, it was like, you know, time came upon us. So that's the vibe today, man. You know, that's the vibe today. See ya. What's up? Grand Rising, everybody. How all is doing? Hope all is well. And if not, get back on track, you know what I mean? So you can continue adding to your thing. Whatever your thing is, you know what I mean? You can add to it. And me, I'm gonna add to my thing every day. As long as I'm feeling good, I'm feeling energy, we're gonna go do it, you know what I mean? We're gonna add to the thing and just hold the vibe. on a nice winter day. As you can see, there's snow on the ground, ducks still in the pond. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's conspiracy. Ah, man. I got a download today. And you know I got my list of topics to vibe on, so keep me on track. But I just download came to me yesterday. Just when I'm riding down actually New Britain Avenue. When the snow was coming down. You know, like spirituality is not spoken a lot of, because if you say spirituality, then they talk about church or mosque, and then you got to be involved in those rituals. And I'm not a part of those things. But we have to talk about spirituality because, in the essence, that's what makes up this life, the physical life. You know, because everything was in the spiritual form first. Everything was in the spiritual form. And then the battle and the fight and the fall. You know? And the fall is when different dimensions down to the physical. For example, like Lemuria. Now it's Earth, or whatever name it is. But we know it as Earth in these 2023 times. But in the spiritual world, Atlantis was actually called Lemuria. And it was in highest frequency when it was created. You know what I'm saying? And that's the highest frequency there is. And that's what? The physical, the plasmatic energies realm. Plasma, gas, liquid, and solid. You know? And in the highest realm it could be, that's where everything was created. Until the fight. Whatever caused it to be, and they call it evil, and I should just say ops, the opposition. You know what I'm saying? And within that fight, that's when we started falling from the highest frequency to the lowest vibration, which is here in the physical form, and now we're here for however long we've been in the physical, how many millions of years in our physical time. Because when we were in that high vibration, we're all spirits in the physical, the spiritual formation. There was no such thing as time. But after the fight and the battle and the war, and as the battle rages on, it fell to the lowest possible frequency there is. And this is the lowest vibration there is, which is the physical formation. And everything is still moving fast, but the vibration is felt slow. And here we are, you know? And when that thought hit me, so I'm like, the Bible is the biggest storybook there is. But when I was younger and I read it, to be honest, I didn't really understand it. So when people say they read it and understand it, God bless them. You know, big up to you. When I'm like 21, 22 and I read it, I didn't fully understand it. But now that I see, but what I took from them were stories. You know what I mean? So what I took is that the Bible is written in allegory form, giving you a story of what happened, a kind of story of what happened. You know what I'm saying? And it gives you an idea what happened to a certain set of beings. Because remember now, the Bible starts with a creation story. And if you read it straight up and you take it for what it is, you're not going to understand that shit. And if it say you do, then okay, speak on it. And explain it in where you feel for it. But when I read it, I didn't fully understand everything. But because it was written in such a form, in a story format, that is unbelievable, but believable. And because the stories were plagiarized and written from foretold stories, now you have to decipher it. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's just written, it's a bunch of allegories put together about what happened. And the reader, like I said before in other videos, can ask questions and shit. The readers gotta take it for what it is. And that's how it was written, take it for what it is. But you got a soul and you're a thinker. And now we're realizing we're in the Matrix. We can't just take anything for what it is. A lot of shit don't make sense. And you have to make sense in order to accept certain things. And information isn't everything. So you have to dig through to see what it is, to make sense of certain things for your understanding while it's building you and building your character up. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's not explained. They don't want you to understand about the spiritual aspect of things here in the Matrix when it's mixed up. Serious here in the Matrix, y'all. But it is what it is, and we have to survive to get to these different levels and different dimensions. You know what I'm saying? Wintertime is cold. In this tropical paradise called Earth. Let me zip up, man. Spirituality, the spiritual essence, is what's giving the energy to your life. You know what I'm saying? Spirits is what animates the physical form when it's put together here in the flesh in this dimension. It's just funny how we don't speak on these things and understand these things. It's hidden. They call them a cult, you know? It's not speaking of. You have to like hide and look into information to these things because it seems weird, and you looked up on weird and not regular. But it's actually irregular. Let them look and think about these things because it's part of your makeup, you know? But then again, in the Matrix, nothing appeared to be what it seems. With all the cloning going on, the robotic techniques that they got now, synthetic, I'm hearing. Synthetic, yo. All the drugs are cloned. Everything is a copy off of nature, what's natural. The Matrix is serious. And they might copy your ass too. If you get yourself in these positions. But to be honest though, with those allegories, it kind of gives you a base how everything was when the battle starts. Because the Bible don't really tell you how things were before. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell you how things were before. Because it's just bits and pieces. Let there be light, you know what I mean? Who said that and how that came to be? You know? I don't want to get too deep into the creation story because there's so much from all over the world. And I realize there's so much because there's a lot of different beings among us. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different beings among us and a lot of different spiritual beings that come down too. That come down as well. And come to this dimension. You know what I'm saying? And then this dimension is the older dimension where everybody's physical, everything is physical. If there's other universe and other physical dimensions with a low vibration, that's to be known, that's to be seen. But we're here in the physical, and we know there's other life essence, and that's the fourth and fifth and sixth dimensions and different dimensions other than this physical dimension that we are in. You know, and we need to talk more and build more on those aspects. But right now, it seems like it's not a fact. Seem like right now is the waking up period. You know what I'm saying? We're about 25 years into the information age, and with all the information that's unearthed, that's so dug up and so much more, that people looking within themselves and feel and getting these vibrations. You know, but the matrix is a hell of a construct. It's construct like a computer motherboard. You know what I'm saying? Or should I say, the computer is set up off the matrix and based on the life that we're living and how things is how the construct of things. You see what I'm trying to say? So to give it that allegory to keep you away from thinking about spiritual, you know? Like, even for example, one of the stories out of the Bible, right? The Noah story. And the flood, how the whole world was flooded. You know what I'm thinking now? Noah and them was on Lemuria. That's when it was all in the spiritual world. Atlantis did not fall, whatever the case is, as we know as the fall and the flood, right? But that's when Noah and them was in the spiritual world. But the wars going on, the different beings was battling, and we were not yet in the physical form. We were in the highest vibration, you know? Plasma energy. But all of this is so above and so below, right? So all of this was, but on a different energy level. And when Noah was saying that all this battle is going to lower the vibration. You know what I'm saying? All this battle is going to lower the vibration. And I'm assuming Noah wasn't at the highest vibration because the battle was before what's going on. Noah came into the battle because he was born when things was going on, right? So what you want to bet that Noah was in the gas vibration, when life, earth, everything was moving in the gas form, where nothing physical, nothing solid or appear to be solid like we are. You know what I'm saying? But what now Noah was telling the mass and telling the world, telling the people that if the war keeps continuing, we're gonna keep falling in vibration. You know? But obviously it's a war to take over this shit, take over this consciousness, take over Earth, because Earth is alive, it's to take over this consciousness of this body. And we're the resistance. When the war is going on, and as long as, and in Noah's time, they fell into the liquid frequency and vibration. And that's when everything was in the flood. You know what I'm saying? That's when everything was flooded when the earth, Lemuria, was falling in vibration and it fell into the liquid, and that's when the flood came, and that's when Noah was talking about with the ark and all of that. And when the water dissipated, they landed in this dimension, this frequency, the lowest frequency there is, the physical formation. That's the allegory of Noah, and I'm saying that's the breakdown of that pretty much. You know, and now we're here in the physical form with physical form, and the battle continues on. You know? And it looks like the winners win because the way life is constructed and the way thing is, the matrix, right? The way things are set up, the matrix, right? So the winners of that battle, that spiritual battle, or the who are winning, got the matrix set up. And we've been in this shit for so long, so the battle rages on. But you know, at the end of the day, all the information that was out was covered up. It's going to be unveiled. So maybe it's changing around because in the physical you can't really tell what's going on in the spiritual. Now you can look deep within and meditate, but that's when it takes belief and that connection that you have when you listen. Because we're all connected to the cosmos and we're all connected, you know? Jamal said we come down here for this fight. So we sign up for a soul contract, knowing what's going on this physical plane, and we come for a fight to bring the information and spread it to the mass. And everybody that needs this information will receive this information. You know what I'm saying? That new stuff. And I'm just walking, talking, but once the vibration hit me, we're gonna bring it out here. You know? So now that we're knowing that the Bible's written in allegory, giving you an idea of what's going on, but I'm straight up saying that's not the creation story. That's just that's just how some beings were moving, and that's their story among this whole thing. You know what I mean? Because remember, I'm talking spiritual world now. You know, all the different universes in the spiritual world. You know, we got to stop thinking physical. The Matrix have you thinking this is it. This is the only construct. And you can't fathom spirituality. But so above, so below is the same thing. It's just a higher vibration. You know what I'm saying? And our liberty ain't got to be the way it is. And money and all these things, food, all these things don't matter. Think about existence, y'all. Think about existence. And who can. Who can picture existence, who can picture it. And if you can't, think about the story. It's an allegory. You know? Yo, ain't your life an allegory? When you think about as far back as 3 years old you can think about it. All this stuff growing up, going to school, friends, moving around. You know, because especially if you come up like us, you gonna move around because we broke. The Matrix been on for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Meet different people, different areas. I fly in from Jamaica at 12 years old. And I've been in the States for a while now, you know what I'm saying? And the heart in the Matrix, where it's all constructed at and shit. But we all wake up at some point, and when you get it, you get it. So you're gonna vibrate on it, or nah? It's on you. But that's why we walk and talk, you know what I mean? So maybe you can feel a vibration of this, and you know what I mean? Continue with your peers or your family or whoever needs this information so you can continue building yourself on this journey. You know what I mean? Walk and talk. CLP. Say, man, when I get these downloads, we're coming out here. We're still coming out here because I got a list of stuff, man. There's so much stuff we can build on, talk about deep diving to get a full understanding so we can all grow together. You know what I mean? Build ourselves up. But once we're all strong, come together. Listen to the sound. You know what I'm talking about? Walk and talk, 2023. Catch you on the next one, y'all. Big up. Oh yeah, do remember, go stream. CLP got beats. On all streaming platforms, you know what I mean? Instrumentals, concept songs, got some projects, Be Creative with Logic Pro X, you know what I mean? Stream, full of vibe, you know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you're feeling, what you're vibing in the conversation. So, go to the next vibe, y'all. CLP.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Baby, baby. Oh, Oh yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh Let me, oh yeah, let me, oh yeah.